Hello, everyone. Today we have a game of Skaven against the High Elves on Bordello Landing. We're going to have a Queek with some Rattling Gunners and Storm Vermin, along with a smattering
Wanted
of
rats
Poison
win.
Wind Globadiers, some Skaven slaves, and just a whole bunch of Skaven slaves everywhere. On the other side, we have standard line of ship company, and then spearmen, and then some archers, along with a archmage of death up on her eagle. I'm not sure exactly what this is called, but she's surprised she's not falling off. It's a good saddle, I guess. And we're gonna start squaring up here. Some shadow warriors out in the vanguard deploy, gonna try and get a back cap. Ashen sorcerer coming in for a little bit of magic. Let's see how the lines start squaring up here. So we're going to fast forward just a little bit. Shadow Warrior's getting some shots in, but we have more cap weight on it now. And it looks like we're going to start the engagement. He's going to run into me. So we're going to try and get a Poison Wind Globadier to throw at each of these ship company. See if we can get them out of here rather quickly. This one, of course, with the combo of the spell, is going to be doing big damage to them. But all three ship companies getting poisoned pretty good here. Caught, pushed away. The Shadow Warriors and the Archers shooting into the Poison Wind Globadiers. Pretty good idea. Poison Winds over here are going to push forward since the Skaven slaves didn't die, but whole bunch of archer power going to push them back. And the front line of ship's company has crumbled. We're going to be able to get in on these shadow warriors that have just been getting free shots for a while. The rattling guns being protected by the storm vermin. Storm vermin trying to keep as many of the shooting online as possible while we send in the Skaven slaves to go die for the cause. More ship's company getting turned away. Going to try and start attacking this big blob. Poison Wind Globadiers going to get their mortar equivalent to come and assist with this flank. It's going to do a pretty good job of thinning the ranks. Storm Vermin going to try and jump on the Archmage. Meanwhile, the archers are still largely untouched and are going to shut down a second Poison Wind Globadiers, but they have already cleared out the initial ranks of the Sword and Board, so that's good. The Archmage gets caught by the Teethbreakers and absolutely beamed while trying to fight the Storm Vermin as well. Poison Wind Mortars going to take down some Spearmen next. Oh man, one volley is just unbelievable from these guys. And we have a solid back cap possibility over here with quite a few units. The center is still having plenty of archers for him to fire in. Our Skaven slaves are doing something, but not really much. Probably better to even just charge them so that their arrows stop firing. But the Storm Vermin have pushed everything away and are still holding the back line for all of our guns. Lots of Valyrian Reavers coming to contest that, though. Valyrian Reavers getting caught up in Skaven slaves so we can protect some of our remaining gunline units. The Storm Vermin got a little distracted by the archers and are not protecting our guns anymore. It would have been great if they were still over here. The Storm Vermin also getting distracted, going to just opposite ends of the map. Perfect stuff. Weak. Super deep for no reason. Just trying to keep chasing down these archers and kind of getting picked apart over here. Gonna try and run away with him. The back is getting slowly cleared by magic and the teeth rakers on the high ground. Some more magic is going to quell the ranger threat for a little while. And we're just going to spawn in some more spears and get a chieftain back here to get some real anti-horse potential back here. Lots of fighting going on. These Skaven... Oh, these are clan rats. That explains why they have not run away yet. Storm vermin being as far away from possible from where they could be pretty useful, but at least the guns are still firing in. A little sad that half of that shot got tanked by the lighthouse? Grain? I don't even know what this... stone tower, I suppose. And the global avalanche mortars are going to get shut down. Now we have some natty boobos also shooting into all of the cav, but with some rat ogres coming, chieftain, and a little bit of spears left, we should be able to kind of stem this mass rout we're about to get into with all of the cavalry. Queek trying to run away from the archers, and now Flamespire Phoenix coming after him. Kind of wants to meet up with one of his storm vermin to get a little bit of a shield around him. The cavalry dives are still doing okay. Skaven slaves kind of blobbing everything up as much as possible so the natty boobos can get shots in. Clan rat. Skaven slaves just being a meat wall for a little while. The Flamespire Phoenix does start messing Queek up, so Queek is going to keep running away in hopes of grouping up with his storm vermin. These storm vermin that decided to go on a tour of the world are finally going to come back and help with the mass cav that have started to decimate the back line. And the double cap is doing good work for the elves right now. The Skaven slaves that I sent over here will be routed pretty quickly by some rangers, but we were at least able to take his back cap for a little while. The Phoenix still coming to get some smoke from Queek, but is going to at least get nice and surrounded by the Storm Vermin before Queek jumps back in there. And capped. Rangers right in our back line, not great, but we're getting more rat ogres to get some speed in catching all of these horses. Horses fighting rat ogres and a chieftain, finally starting to clear this all out. Quick is able to get the Phoenix to rout. The Skaven slaves are, of course, getting bodied by anything going on over there. And Quick's going to chase down more archers instead of retreating. The Natty Boobos have just about shot all of their ammo, getting some pretty solid value, I'm sure. Yeah. Going to drive away the last of these Illyrian Reavers, and some rat ogres and spears are going to retake this base for me. He retakes his back cap while we reform in the center with all of our storm vermin, Queek, and the sorcerer. Desummon the natty boobos because we don't need them. Get some artillery for some more ranged firepower. Get the chieftain up here, all three of the heroes securing the back point. The Flamespire has re-rallied, so we're going to shoot it with some Skaven slaves, slingers. And we're still fighting over here. The charge off of the point doesn't look like it's going to go super well, walking into a nice line of fire, getting charged by the cav, and met by some actual anti-infantry. But Queek and his Storm Vermin are going to be doing okay here. Still a pretty bad fight, but they're at least in a fight, and they are the good units that we want to be fighting. Storm Vermin and some Rat Ogre. It's going to take a pretty excellent trade over here. The artillery getting in on whatever leftover horses there are over here, rat ogres and Skaven slaves, taking the fight. Everything's pretty low over here, so a little bit of poison artillery should get some mass routes started. Yep, very nice. Queek, looks like he got jumped on by 2 more birds and got spirit leeched, so he is going to go ahead and get routed off along with the storm vermin. Some more rat ogres have come to finally pile in, but this whole attack seems to have failed. The Eshin Sorcerer is still alive at least, and we've summoned in some Death Runners, nice anti-infantry guys with stock, to slip around the outside and backcack him again. The artillery, still just kind of shooting into this big blob over here, should get some more routes. There we go, as everything gets nice and low. And Queek breaking is pretty sad because whenever the Skaven Lord dies, the leadership is immediately going to become a problem. But we still have this Storm Vermin with Halberd and Chieftain squad that just kind of went off into the woods instead of helping Queek. So we have a little bit of leadership remaining with the heroes that we still have. These Skaven slaves and Skaven slave singers are going to lose to the ship company in any amount of arrow fire. So they're just going to distract for a little while, and then the Death Runners can come and actually cap that. Back getting secured, spamming out more Skaven slaves just to take up area on the map and block for the Plague Claw catapults. Resecured the back. We hold the center, and he still holds the back, but our push up here has completely collapsed. So he's going to go ahead and start moving back into the center. The Lord was resummoned, so he still has basically full health. And the Storm Vermin and the Chieftain have again been distracted by some Silver Helms. But we still are hold 2 of the points. We're going to get the Plague Claw catapult to start firing into the center, see if we can hold it as we move in for a back cap with some Skaven slaves and the Death Runners. Queek is going to go ahead and get terror routed all the way off by the enemy lord. And the Storm Vermin realize they're never going to catch the Silver Helms and are going to go trudging on back to the center. The Rat Ogres, though, will get crushed now that they do not have the support of their Storm Vermin. More Poison Winds and Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves just trying to reform ranks in the center. More Natty Boobos in case of dives from more cavalry. We're going to summon in all of the Rat Ogres and random units we have around the map. I don't think we remember about these Skaven Slaves, but I think one Skaven Slaves being out of the fight will be okay. The Death Runners do have stock, so he might not know that he's getting back capped right now. That was the newest thing I've added to this build. I really like the just another thing they really have to pay attention to, as well as a solid anti-infantry piece that actually moves quickly. And the Poison Wind catapult going directly into the Poison Wind mortars kind of serves them right, I would say, but if we could get one more shot into the actual horses, it would be lovely. The Natty Boobos shooting into the Flamespire Phoenix. Storm Vermin finally making it back in, going to shut down the archers in the back, along with the Chieftain. We have capped their back point. We still have some Skaven in our back point, but this center push is collapsing without the Lord leadership and just mass Skaven slaves, the Silver Helms coming in, and just getting the mass route going here. They are at least getting shot by the Natty Boobos, and we do have another line to keep them from fully getting on it. But even with the Plague Claw catapult and the snipers, they are doing good work for now. More Silver Helms coming in. The Death Runners in the back, able to clear the random little chaff he sent to recap it, not knowing that they were there likely. And the Teeth Breakers back for round 2 to melt this High Archmage. She has clearly decided she wants to go dive on the snipers to stop those shooting, but what about second shooting? What about more important shooting? The Gatling guns. So they're going to go ahead, draw beam, and light her on up. As like last time, she's just going to get absolutely melted because the Teethbreakers are ridiculous. Spam out some more Skaven slaves so that the Rattling guns do not get jumped on by the Silver Helms. Try and get a bit of a surround with some more Skaven slaves. And the Death Runners have chased the Illyrian Reavers off into the woods, but they can come back and defend his home cap. The Lord, almost dead from standing in rattling gunfire, though Silver Helms have broken through the paltry line of Skaven slaves that we put in front of the Rat Breakers. Now, collapse in from both sides with the extra Skaven slaves that we summoned in. And he has the center, but we still have the two side points, so it looks like we'll win on the current way things are going. Resummon the Eshin Sorcerer, because all of the other heroes are dead, so we need some kind of leader to inspire the troops. Death Runner's gonna go ahead and run back on over here to make sure we continue to hold it. The Teethbreakers finally got out of the Silverhelm debacle. Silverhelm's just fighting masses of Skaven slaves and clan rats. And it's looking good. The Teethbreakers can turn their guns. They should be able to get the bird. Very nice. The Silverhelm's completely trapped by Skaven slaves and clan rats. An attempt to recap the back cap with some Illyrian Reavers, but we have Clan Rat with spears, two of them lying in wait. Trying to recap their back point over here, but the Death Runners ready to go in and slow any progress there. The Natty Boobos finally died to a Spirit Leech, which is kind of funny. Rattling Gunner is finally going to shoot into... nope, the ship's company, because they're closer. But it looks like I'm going to be able to hold these 2 points, and that's going to be it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Oh, actually, we got to check the scoreboard for how well all of the units did real quick. Weak, disappointing. Rattling Gunners, absolutely goated. Stormrunner did pretty good for wandering around for so much of the match. Poisoned Winds, okay. Skaven's alright. Wow. Oh no, I thought that was a Skaven slave. Chieftain did okay. Eshin did okay. This really also did okay. Natty Boobos, obviously always doing amazing. Death Runners, very nice for the back cap. The Deathcaster did just Spirit Leech and jump on Queek to death, so did pretty good there. The Archers fought for basically the whole time. Shout out to these one random Rangers. And the Silverhelms really did get a nice mass route in the middle a couple of times. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you later.